A man kidnaps his toddler son, and the two are killed when their pickup truck crashes into a highway overpass. That man took off with the toddler this morning, leading police on a chase through 2 counties in northeast Florida at speeds topping 100 miles an hour. Authorities say he was on a suicide mission last week when he violated a restraining order and kidnapped both his estranged wife and child. The chase began when the boy's mother managed to escape after being tortured.
He had suicide on his mind. He drove with no other cars in his vicinity. He just drove off the road and directly into the bridge abutment.
Witnesses say the young boy was on his father's lap when his truck collided with the supports. Also making news around America tonight, an Alabama man is charged with robbery and kidnapping after authorities say he held 3 workers at a grocery store hostage overnight. The 11-hour standoff began last night after a botched robbery attempt. The last of the 3 hostages was released this morning. The suspect then surrendered without incident.
Interstate 40 near the North Carolina-Tennessee border is closed to traffic and will be at least until late in the week. After last week's rock slide there, workers are trying to clear the road, but there's still the possibility of more loose rocks falling from above. Workers want to clear a path for a bulldozer to push some of the remaining loose rocks downward to make their work safer.
And what was supposed to be a fun-filled outing turns into a disaster for a couple of young parasailers. It happened in Florida to a brother and sister, the 17-year-old girl and her 14-year-old brother, renting their parasails from a hotel, but both were knocked unconscious and severely burned when a bolt of lightning struck.
We had no lightning whatsoever. There was not a single lightning strike all day long. We watched constantly. It was a freak thing. Now, I'm sorry it happened. It was a very freak thing.
Now, emergency workers stationed just a few blocks away say they didn't notice any lightning until they got the call about the accident. The teens are expected to be all right, however.
Now, here's some new information learned tonight during the Pathfinder mission to Mars. The biggest flood in the history of our solar system apparently rolled across the red planet billions of years ago. Now, we still don't know what caused it or where the water all went. The spacecraft, which is now on the Martian surface, shows clear signs that enough water to fill the Mediterranean Sea, they estimate, rushed across the planet in a generally southerly direction. Now, they know that because Pathfinder's been sending back pictures that show boulders that were stacked by powerful currents, ripples in the rocky salmon pink landscape, and stains left behind by long evaporated puddles. The Mars rover is studying a variety of rocks now on the apparent floodplain where the Pathfinder landed.
Now, also in space, a cargo ship has arrived at the Russian space station Mir, bringing specially made repair parts to help her crew restore power. The 2 Russians and 1 American living on board will spend the next 10 days getting familiar with the equipment. Then they'll do the repairs during a spacewalk. Mir was damaged in a collision with another cargo ship last month.
For the astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia, it was another day of conducting experiments. In one, they used laser beams to brighten droplets of water mixed with glycerin and silicon oil, so that scientists in Alabama could look at tracer particles inside them. The astronauts have also been getting some interesting views of Earth. Look at this. This is a hurricane, Hurricane Dolores, out in the Pacific.
Straight ahead on the Night Beat tonight, another auction of goods from a member of the royal family. The British royal family is set for New York. We'll tell you whose stuff can be yours.
And a big night in Boston for a former Yukon star. Joe Tessitore has details coming up on Channel 3 Eyewitness News, Connecticut's news station.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. We are Connecticut's news station.
A suspected bank robber behind bars tonight.
We have a breaking update now.
I-Team investigations you'll see only on 3. Medical breakthroughs and cures every day, only on the Health Beat. And Connecticut's most accurate forecast.
Sunday, we have showers move in. The real storminess will move up into Canada.
The quality leader in local news. Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. This is Connecticut's news station.
Eyewitness News Night Beat continues with breaking weather. These scenes downtown Hartford, the sky is illuminated with frequent flashes of lightning from strong thunderstorms rolling through the area. Right now, here's what live Doppler 3 radar shows. We've got a line of strong thunderstorms from the Massachusetts-Connecticut border running right along the western border of Tolland County and on down through Vernon along Interstate 84 right across downtown Hartford and into the Wethersfield area. Let's go to Street Scan because that really pinpoints where the strongest thunderstorms in southern New England are right now, and they're just to the south of downtown Hartford. This heavy batch of thunderstorms just moving from just south of the interchange between Interstate 91 and 90, right across Interstate 91, right across the Connecticut River, into East Hartford and into Glastonbury. If there's any hail right now, it would be right here, right along the river, with these storms right here. Those are the strongest echoes we have. They came sweeping in from the west. Let's put our radar echoes into motion. They came sweeping in from the west earlier this evening, and we watched them form and move across southern Massachusetts with flooding reported around West Stockbridge, hailstones covering the ground in parts of Berkshire County, golf ball-sized hail reported earlier this evening in Westfield, Massachusetts. And then we were watching live Doppler radar carefully and saw these storms develop right along the Hartford-Litchfield County line, and that's when we began to let you know that storms were developing and that you should watch their progress as they rolled through the area. So that's why this severe thunderstorm warning was finally issued. The communications have been cut off, except for our live Doppler radar. We've been down for communications because of the strong storm, so we don't have any update on the official proclamations regarding this warning, but you could see on Doppler radar that it's still raging through southern downtown Hartford, and lightning tracker shows you where the most severe lightning is, beginning around 9:30, and there it is, right there along the Connecticut River. That's the breaking weather news. Here is your forecast, which is a lot more tranquil. For the rest of the night, the showers and thunderstorms should be ending. Those storms, in fact, are weakening. 55 to 61 for overnight lows. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, warm and dry. That's more like it. Low 80s for afternoon highs. A 5-day planner looks like this. A mostly sunny Tuesday. More showers on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and Saturday, it looks a little nicer than we thought at 6 o'clock, so we've upped the temperatures a couple of degrees. 85 by next Saturday. Again, strong thunderstorms moving through central Connecticut. A lot of lightning. We've had reports of lightning not only in Hartford County, but in Tolland County as well. So don't mess with this lightning. This cloud-to-ground lightning is vivid, and it's dangerous.
All right, keep it in mind. Thanks, Hilton. Well, hot on the heels of JFK's, golf clubs, and Princess Di's dresses comes another celebrity auction. Possessions of the late Duke and Duchess of Windsor are going on the block in New York in September. Now, the couple is said to have had one of the great love stories of this century. The story of King Edward VIII, who gave up his throne to marry American divorcee Wallis Simpson, appalling the royal family. Sotheby's says the sale will likely raise more than $5 million, and proceeds will go to charity.
Well, talking about proceeds and big bucks, Joe.
Very, very big. A big Yukon Husky has turned into an even bigger green machine. Green as in cash and green as in Celtics. We'll hear from the Knights of Round Ball. Plus, the Home Run Derby had a pinstripe look to it. Could Tino prove he was the king of swing? We're ripping the rock. Next.
When you need to know about the latest consumer alert, Channel 3 Eyewitness News keeps you informed.
3 deaths and more than 100 injuries have been reported.
3 On Your Side reporter Deborah Kent had all the details.
This is a massive recall affecting all the even flow Happy Camper style playpens.
She showed you the potential danger and how to guard against it. Plus, she gave you an important number to call. 3 On Your Side, protecting you every day on Channel 3 Eyewitness News, Connecticut's news station.
It's official. Former Yukon star Travis Knight is moving back to New England as a very rich, very happy NBA player. The Celtics have signed the 7-footer for reportedly 7 years and $22 million. Of course, Knight wasn't thought to be that high-demand player coming out of Yukon last spring, but after making the most of his rookie year with the Lakers, Knight in position to cash in. The Celts had to do some shuffling to fit Travis under the salary cap. Thus, they renounced the rights to all 9 free agents, including team captain Rick Fox. Boston's almighty Rick Pitino said of Knight, the sky's the limit on how much better he can get. Here's what Travis himself had to say.
It was a difficult decision for me in one aspect that I spent the year in L.A. and I enjoyed it, but I think when you really think about it, for me to be the best basketball player that Travis can be, I think I need to play in a style like Coach Pitino plays.
Well, Travis isn't the only Connecticut product that's making dreams come true in Boston. Central Connecticut's Keith Kloss is letting his presence be felt at the Celts rookie free agent camp. Last weekend, he was in Miami for a chance to make Pat Riley's roster. Kloss is a 7'3" string bean with plenty of upside potential. The All-Star break is here, but don't think it's a time for the Yankees to rest. The trade winds are blowing strong again. Yanks and Padres thought they had a deal this past 4th of July, but it blew up in their face. So after Greg Vaughn failed his physical, now this guy, Ricky Henderson, is being talked about. The Yanks have been looking to deal pitcher Kenny Rogers, who's been in Steinbrenner's doghouse. It appears that will be the exchange for Ricky. Henderson, of course, played in New York for 5 years and is presently having a decent campaign in San Diego. Well, the best Yankee player so far this year was showing off his skills in the home run derby in Cleveland. Tino Martinez in the zone. An amazing 28 homers so far this season, added 19 more tonight. Of course, they won't count for anything but the title of Home Run Derby champion. Martinez outmuscled Rockies' Larry Walker for the top spot. Travis Knight, welcome back. You know, Jim Calhoun's real happy about that. He's a Boston guy, and he gets to see one of his favorites just up the road with a lot of this coming his way.
Oh, yeah. Good for him. Yeah. Good for him.
Stay with us. The NightBEAT Newsreel is coming up next.
And you're just in time for the NightBEAT Newsreel. Can Governor Rowland top this? That's Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee letting his hair down a little during the lunch hour today. He was playing bass in a band with some staffers on the Capitol grounds, and Little Rock songs included In the Midnight Hour and Jumpin' Jack Flash. Huckabee's aide also got in the mix by helping out with some lead vocals today. The governor has a 1968 Fender jazz bass, which we're told is a gift from his wife. Audience seemed to enjoy the show. One said the governor looked pretty good in jeans.
And talk about driving ambition. A 4-year-old boy in India is getting a jump on his ambition to become a race car driver. Now, he still has to wait 14 years for a driver's license, but he's already behind the wheel. His parents claim he began driving when he was 3 years old, sitting on his dad's lap, and they say he has yet to put a scratch on the family car.
Isn't that something?
Watch out on the roads out there.
And watch out for this rough weather tonight. And don't forget, you'll get all the latest on what's going to happen in the weather first thing in the morning.
Stay tuned for David Letterman. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Channel 3. This is Connecticut's news station.